EV Direct Chief Executive Officer David Smitherman knows that selling a range of electric vehicles in Australia can be challenging.
And talking to our sales team around the country, they just tell me that the buying cycle's a little longer for an EV because they've got to educate.
That's because Australia ranks low among developed countries when it comes to electric vehicle use.
Experts say out of the 20 million registered vehicles in this country, which is roughly one for every person of driving age, 99.9% are powered by fossil fuels.
And experts say overseas electric vehicle manufacturers have been reluctant to enter Australia because of the lack of any national emission standards.
A lot of markets really attract those electric models because there's more incentive to sell them there, or less of a disincentive, shall we say. For the Australian market, you've got a lack of vehicle choice.
And until recently, those EV choices, including Teslas, were at the higher price range. But that's precisely why EV Direct, the distributor of Chinese company BYD, entered the Australian market.
The market opportunity for EVs in Australia is enormous.
And it appears to be paying off. Since 2022, it sold nearly 20,000 vehicles.
It is an easier market to access, and a big part of that is the trade barriers that you see being thrown up in Europe and the US. Still, obviously, a lot of domestic vehicle manufacturing in those regions. We don't have that in Australia.
Australia's current government has aggressively promoted electric vehicles. It's pledged to beef up the country's EV charging network and release a national emission standard next year. Other Chinese auto manufacturers plan to roll out EV models later this year. And experts say that will likely encourage other overseas auto manufacturers to take a second look at Australia as a viable EV market.